Friends, today's lecture topic is India-ASEAN relation. ASEAN is a group of 10 countries in Southeast Asia, which is headquartered in Indonesia, Jakarta. The main aim of its formation is to promote stability among the Indo-Pacific countries. Talking about its significance, historical background, cultural ties, and defense ties, economic ties, and I will talk about some of the issues, and then I will conclude my topic. Historical background goes back to the 1947 when India became independent. India adopted the policy of non-alignment, and since then, during 70s, 1970s, India has not had that much good relation with ASEAN countries because India is a little bit inclined towards Russia, and at that time both were different ideologies. So we are not having that much good relation. In 1991, when USSR disintegrated and the Cold War era ended, Indian government launched the policy of LPG. So ASEAN countries were thought as a very big market for these reforms. So that's why Indian government approached this country, and at that time sectoral partnership was initiated between these two countries, and since then relations has improved. Finally in 2014, looking at the perspective of it, Act East policy was launched, which was basically aimed on three C's, that is commerce, connectivity and culture. Now talking about the ties, first one came in our mind is defense cooperation. Recent times we have seen that India and Indonesia have done an exercise, that is corporate exercise, coordinated patrol 30th edition. India is supplying weapons, that is BrahMos, to Philippines, and Vietnam, Singapore and other countries also in talks with India for the export of these weapons. And talking about countering China, ASEAN countries one of the biggest weapon, because ASEAN and India both have some of the disputes with China, and both can work together to counter China. Economic cooperation, we think that India is the fourth largest ASEAN is the fourth largest trader of India, and a lot of investment FDIs came from ASEAN countries. And in 2019 and 2014 FTA was signed, which has further aggravated the relations between the two. A lot of Indian investors are going in Laos, Vietnam, Thailand, because their production rate is very easy, and so they can easily work on there, and they get a lot of benefits. Talking about the cultural relations, India and ASEAN countries have Hinduism, Buddhism and Islam in common. More than 9 to 10% of Indian people diaspora are there in ASEAN countries, and they are having a very good relation with India's country. A lot of Indians are spending their lives in ASEAN countries. Third one it comes to economic significance, we have already talked about, and now we will talk about some of the challenges. The first thing is that we have seen that Myanmar, a very important key component of ASEAN countries, is now under military coup, and democracy is over there, so it's a key concern for all of these countries. Second one is the growing influence of China in ASEAN countries. Still there are some disputes with ASEAN countries and China, but still they are inclined towards China. If you take example like Myanmar, Laos, Thailand are the part of China's Belt and Road Initiative. So even in terms of trade, we are seeing that we are having trade deficit with ASEAN countries, because ASEAN countries product are cheaper, so it is not affordable for Indian market. So at last I want to say that India and ASEAN countries should set up its differences and work together to build a more better supply chain, more resilient network between the two countries. And since they have a common threat, China, so they should focus more on their maritime security and defense partnership to cooperate more to counter China. Thank you.